Call to order the Greenwood Redevelopment Commission on this, the 15th day of November 2022. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Moan?
Here.
Mr. Hoover?
Here.
Mr.
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Present.
Mr. Campbell?
Here.
Let the record show non-voting advisor, Mr. Alexander is absent.
We have for the record, Mr. Campbell is coming virtually today. We have motion to approve our minutes from our October 17th.
David, I don't think your microphone's on. You can't hear anything here.
That's by design, Sam. Thank you. All right. I'll say it again for the people in the cheap seats out there. Is there a motion to approve our minutes from our October 17th meeting?
I'll second that.
Mr. Harris, second by Mr. Vaughn. Any additions, deletions, corrections? None. All those in favor, aye.
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 To do, oh yeah, sorry, roll call. Thank you, Mr. Campbell.
You're welcome.
We'll start out, Mr. Campbell?
Aye.
Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hopper?
Aye.
Mr. Hoover?
Aye.
Mr. Moan?
Aye.
Thank you.
Minutes are approved by new business, Riverfront District application, Karma Greenwood Inc., VBA Wings, etc. I understand we have somebody online who can speak to this for us, and the floor is yours.
Yes, Greg Genrick with Bradford Riley on behalf of Karma Greenwood, which is DBA Wings, etc. This will be his fourth location of Wings, etc. As a franchisee. We'll bring about 30 jobs to Greenwood, 4 managerial, 26 hourly. Generate about $1.5 million in annual revenue. Going into the old location that was years ago, the Melting Pot, most recently Hops and Fire. They're on 135.
Anybody have any questions? I didn't catch your last name. I got Greg, but
Genrick, Genrich.
And what was the dog's name that was up there earlier?
I'm sorry?
I said, what was the dog's name that was?
Oh, no, Marley the dog.
there you go. Any questions from anybody on the commission? All right. Any of them around here? There's one in Franklin, isn't there? Wings, etc. I think.
Yes, in Franklin, there's one in Plainfield, which is Mr. Singh's location. Indianapolis. I mean, they're basically based out of Fort Wayne. There's probably around the state, probably 40 locations.
I've been to one in Huntington, Indiana.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve? Or wait, you've got a script. Have that. Yes, absolutely. Sorry, I tried to roll right past it. Go ahead.
The commission has the duty to review the application, determine whether the proposed project will provide an economic benefit to the Riverfront District, and recommend whether the project site would be considered eligible to be a permit premises pursuant to Indiana Code 7.13/2016 subsection D. Any motion to approve the application should also recommend that the project site be considered to be eligible to be a permit premises pursuant to Indiana Code 7.13/2016 sub D, and direct the mayor to communicate the approved recommendation to the Alcohol Beverage Commission. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there a motion to that effect?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the application, finding it is eligible to be a permit premises, and direct the mayor on the path to recommend this to the ABC.
Mr. Hoover, is there a second? I'll second. Second by Mr. Harris. Any questions or comments from the commission members? Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hopper?
Aye.
Mr. Hoover?
Aye.
Mr. Moan?
Aye.
Mr. Campbell?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion is approved 5-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
We do the same. Resolution number 2022 13, additional appropriation. How are you, Mr. Stone?
Good to see everybody. Good to
See you.
Mr. Campbell, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
So this was pushed from with the reschedule of your last meeting. This is the 2023 TIP appropriations. You've seen this at a previous meeting. There's been no changes to these whatsoever. These are just the revenue estimates. Essentially allow, if approved, allow for the commission to make expenditures of TIP funds and cash next calendar year. Okay. So this is a public hearing requirement. One of the items that we'll use once these are finalized at your next regular scheduled meeting, we're preparing the report to the overlapping and underlapping taxing units, schools, libraries, city, et cetera. These appropriations will feed into the projections in that at your next meeting. Happy to answer any questions.
I'll open it up for a public hearing. Anybody who wants to come forward and speak for or against, they do so now. Either online or in person.
Mr. Chairman, I move the public hearing be closed.
Second. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary, but at least we don't have a council like that. But I'll close the public hearing. Is there a motion to approve resolution 2022-13? Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Harris. Any further discussion from the commission? Hearing none, roll call.
Mr. Hopper.
Aye.
Mr. Hoover.
Aye.
Mr. Moan.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Aye.
Mr. Harris.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution 2022-13 is approved 5-0. Resolution 2022-14, confirming a declaratory resolution amending Eastside Economic Development Area. So scheduled for today. You up again, Mr. Stone?
Yes, sir. I am. Thank you. And I know that Mr. Watson, Williams Garkowski is involved in this, as well as Cam Starr, who's on Zoom. If you have any questions, this is the final stage of the public hearing for the currently described as kind of the first round of these amendments that started back in the Redevelopment Commission declaring those initial boundaries many months ago. So this is made its way through the Planning Commission, Council. It's now back for you all for parliamentary action, public hearing. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them from a financial perspective, and then I know Cam and members from Garkowski may be addressing any of those questions.
Questions for Adam or the team? Looking at the public hearing, anybody who'd like to come forward and speak for or against, may do so now. Hearing none, seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Is there a motion for resolution 2022-14?
I'll make that motion.
All right, motion by Mr. Campbell, second by Mr. Hoover. Discussion further from commission members? Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Hoover.
Aye.
Mr. Moan.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Aye.
Mr. Harris.
Aye.
Mr. Hopper.
Aye. Resolution 2022-14 is approved 5-0. I want to keep saying 2024. All right, thanks, Adam. Resolution 2022-15, resolution approving an application for property tax deductions for certain real property located at the southeast economic development area division. So.
My name is Amanda Revenue. I'm with Aspire Johnson County, introducing you to Vision Quest Eye Care project this evening. They will be constructing a 9,600 square foot optometrist clinic on State Road 135, just south of Stones Crossing Road in the Schwartz Crossing development. Their total investment in the project is $3.9 million. They currently have 26 employees. They'll be hiring an additional doctor and support staff, resulting in an additional 6 employees. They're requesting a real property abatement on their 2.8 real property investment of 5 years, phased in at 20% per year. Dr. Browning is here this evening to kind of give you some additional background on the project, and I'm here as well if you have any questions.
So our office right now is on the southwest corner of County Line 135 space. Parking spaces. We're putting an office with more equipment. We'll bring in more people and we'll pay them more. So we'd like to grow, but we're kind of landlocked where we are. So we have an option of going further south into Parkersville. We have an option of going into Indianapolis, but we kind of prefer staying in Green.
You own your current location?
Well, the bank does.
Yeah, right. Thoughts on what will happen to it once you move out, move into a new place?
Our plan is to hold on to the land. Our real estate agent feels pretty confident she'll be able to lease it out. We have some ideas. We'd like to lease it out.
And you're getting this up and running in a year, I see that.
The plan is to have it finished up hopefully around Labor Day. Of course, that depends upon how quickly we get permission.
I do have a question. Have they already started construction?
No, we have not yet started construction. So we are ready for pre-construction meeting with the city of Green.
Kind of looking at the plot here, is that the one that's south of the bank being built right now?
Yes, just south,
We're still facing 135.
facing 135. We'll have an additional suite in the building, which initially we had intended to lease out to, a sucker, I mean a tenant. But actually, in the last few weeks, we actually have some ideas. We think that we might be able to add some additional services that would take up extra space. So that would allow us to potentially open 2 other businesses in that suite that just don't require as much space as our regular clinic. And that would, we're kind of putting some things together. We think we might be able to probably employ about 10 more people in that particular suite as well, ourselves, as opposed to leasing out. So our optometry clinic would be about 9,000 square feet, total private, 12,000 square feet.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? Is there a motion to approve resolution 2215? So motion. Second, Mr. Harris, second by Mr. Bone. All those in favor? Oh, roll call, sorry.
Mr. Moan?
Aye.
Mr. Campbell?
Aye.
Mr. Hopper?
Aye.
Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hoover?
Aye.
5-0.
Good luck.
Resolution 2022-16, a resolution declaring an amendment to the Greenwood East Side Economic Development Area, Economic Development Plan, therefore Arlington Farms area.
Hello, I wanted on relative to this resolution. This is the first step with declaring the second wave of these. This is just ties back to Arlington Farms area project. The Redevelopment Commission, I believe in August or September, I can't remember the exact meeting day of memory, approved an economic development project agreement for the Arlington Farms project to be built on County Line Road. Condition of that project agreement had the allocation area needed to be formed. It was not an allocation area. As that project has secured financing and is tracking now towards construction, we're moving forward with declaring that project specific allocation area. So this is just a few specific specific parcels out east. They were recently annexed into the city, and this is really a fulfillment of the project agreement that the redevelopment passed at previous meeting, and it would go through the multi-step process. This is just step one, declaring the area, go through planning commission, council, and then ultimately back to you all for confirmatory action and public hearing. Again, Mr. Kowski, Mr. Watson, as well as Cam and Pat have been involved in this. I'm happy to answer any questions relative to the fiscal impact analysis that will be prepared, and we'll defer to them if you have any legal process questions for the formation of the new allocation area.
Any questions from anybody? Motion approved.
I'll move to approve resolution 2022-16.
Motion by Mr. Hoover, is there a second? Second. Any other comments, questions, question numbers? Sleeping here, none. Roll call, please.
Sorry. Mr. Hall,
Aye.
Mr. Campbell,
Aye.
Mr. Harris.
Aye.
Mr. Hopper,
Aye.
Mr. Hoover.
Aye.
Resolution number 2022-16 is approved 5-0. Project incentive agreement for Master Force.
I think a couple things. I know Sam's going to speak to this, and then there's.
Hi, I'm Sam Hodson of the Corporation Council. I'm here on behalf of the mayor who is supporting this project. The reason the mayor supports this project is it's bringing a highly skilled labor force. I think you're on a presentation, we're talking about 15 jobs, $48 an hour. Very, very strong wages, about $100,000 a year. The site they are proposing to use is the used to be One Click Ventures. It's been underused. This is a great use for it. The request they're making from the Redevelopment Commission is modest compared to the return. There's no tax abatement as part of this incentive package. And finally, Mr. Stone has done an analysis, and it's going to have a very strong return on investment for the city. So before they get up and speak, I want you to know that the mayor's office is strongly supporting this application. Thank you.
While you're bringing that up, I'll introduce myself. I'm John Black. I'm the CEO of PLS. I'm a business partner of Ryan Ellis. He regrets he couldn't be here today, but it is good to be in here. I grew up on the South Side. I graduated from Brown College many moons ago. So very excited about the prospect of starting the next evolution of PLS right here in my backyard. We founded PLS, Ryan and I founded PLS in 2010 off the idea that pros come first. We call our employees pros, short for professionals, because they are the most professional conveyor and equipment installers in the industry. Thank you so much. I think we're here. All right. Founded in 2010, we're an elite conveyor and equipment installation company. Our industries are the material handling of parcels in large distribution centers. We've worked in facilities such as Amazon's, FedEx's, UPS centers. You go up and down 65, you'll see the type of facilities that we operate in. Okay. Our mission is to have a positive impact on the lives of our pros and the business of our partners through lasting relationships, and that's changed since we were founded in 2010, and make decisions that reflect our values, and those values are safety, quality, family, and integrity. Safety being the strongest, we recognize that when we hire somebody, we have an obligation to themselves and their families to make sure that they go home the same way that they came to us. Quality, integrity, our goal is to be the very best in the industry. We're not going to be the biggest, but we do want to be the best. We can have a positive impact right here in your community. Our vision is to reinvent what we call the industry standard installation process. given the opportunity to have a facility that we can assemble and train in, allows us to prepare for installations in our own facility before it gets shipped out to the end user site. This opportunity to prepare for installations allows us to train local Hoosiers in the mechanical electrical trades in a growing, booming industry. I'm sure you're all getting prepared to do some online shopping, as we get ready to head into Christmas. And I thank you for that. It gives us the ability to take local Hoosiers and train them up, and in 18 months, they could be earning six-figure income. That's very realistic. More on, how this improved process that I speak to. By having a facility, we can prepare for installations at our facility. It allows us to pre-assemble components, which allows for faster installation at the end user site. It allows us to identify issues, test components, source missing parts, fabricate solutions before it gets to the install. All this helps to reduce change orders, and therefore it also gives us the opportunity to allow our partners to increase their capacity to sell more. All while that's happening, we get more face-to-face time with our pros, which gives us training opportunities. I want to thank you for the opportunity to share our passion for people, our passion for installation. And God willing, and with your help, we can partner and make Greenwood a more prosperous community. So we are ready to make decisions. We're tired of looking. We'd like to find a home. Your help, I think we can do that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Julie Ashmore. I'm going to go over the expansion plans a little bit more in detail with you. My firm was engaged by the company that is before you today to both partner with some of their other advisors in analyzing cost factors, comparative analysis related to long-term viability of the operations in the community and the ability for the new location to attract customers and continue to serve customers at their current location. We generally assist businesses on pursuit capture of incentives as well as quantify and qualify the opportunities for them. So that is our role in this project. So I will go over with you in high detail the parameters of the expansion project. We'll break down the job creation for you as well. And we'll both touch on a little bit about why Greenwood for us. But in general, you'll see an expansion of office as well as warehouse and light assembly space at the One Click Ventures location, as well as an establishment of the U.S. Regional Training Center. And really this site wants to be a showcase site for the company to showcase its capabilities, current and potential customers as well. That is the overall vision. So all under one roof in this case. The proposed capital investment ranges and continues to creep up, as you can imagine. Cost estimates continue to rise somewhere between 5.2 and 5 million over the next 5 years. We are proposing 35 net new full-time jobs, again, well over a $5 million investment, 2.4 million in annual payroll. Half of that is Indiana payroll, new to Indiana. We look at retention of the headquarter full-time employee headcount. That breaks out as follows: in total 110, full-time broken down as 15, with the average salary of 100,000. As we look at the field pros, those doing the installment, assembly, fabrication, and so forth, that John mentioned earlier, we look at those wages of an average hourly of 28. And that's currently on site. Training and continuing education and development for both the net new and retained employees. We are estimating around 220,000 per year. That breaks out over the 5-year period of 44,000 per year. And that's a very conservative estimate considering our current cost structures that we're facing in training and development employees and the challenges that we all face. That's basically around $400 per employee. So again, it's 2 months estimation. To give you a greater sense of the regional training center as well, because this will be a good portion, if not all, of the incentives will be utilized in this regard, looking to really train over the 5 years, 130 to 145 employees. Both leadership training, new hire training, but as well as expanding the training for those skilled trades positions that you'll see broken out in the next slide. Ground fabrication, repair conveyors and assembly, material handling systems, and so forth, that John described a little bit earlier to you. Use of those incentives, again, will be around the training and development of curriculum, further developing it in a deeper sense, partnerships around training and development materials as well. And so let me go directly into breaking down that new job creation for you as well. So when we look at the headquarters piece, an additional 10 new Indiana residents full-time again, averaging around $9,000. We see those in finance, training, project coordination, field supervisor, HR roles. I think it's important to point out the average annual salary as converted into hourly wage as well for you here. But as compared to the state of Indiana, as IEDC calculates that, it's roughly $22 more an hour than IEDC's calculation. If we look at updated figure provided by City of Greenwood, it's still $21.26 over the average hourly wage and salary currently in the community. And we beat the state average as well, but I won't belabor that point. As we look at the field pro positions, we're proposing to create 25 net new jobs, 10 of those Indiana-based over the next 5 years. And again, I think it's important to know the average hourly wage as well as converted into annual salary for you. And these are hourly wage positions compared to the county average wage as IEDC calculates it. We're $8 more an hour. The updated City of Greenwood number of $22 an hour, we're $7 more an hour. And as we look at the state comparison, we're nearly $4 more an hour per job. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of sense of the quality of job, the type of wage, as well as the skill set required that we are proposing. Benefits, again, John asked me to highlight the full benefit package that they do offer to their pros and their office staff as well. So bottom line, you're looking at the end of 5 years, 145 full-time employees. Of those, 20 Indiana net new jobs, and in total 35 net new jobs. Sorry. And just to reiterate, we continue to advertise and look for a true local partnership when it comes to training and job development recruitment as well to these positions. That is a true desire of this organization. And lastly, we thought we would touch a little bit upon some of the factors of why Greenwood. We thought that might assist you tonight. Mine are going to be more objective, and then I'll ask John to maybe step forward and maybe provide some additional subjective comments as well, because our role is a third-party analyst here. So just to touch briefly and only on 3 key components of the analysis, really is around the obvious one, which is inventory, building inventory. You have the right building, although it was off market at the time. It still is off market, not being marketed, but it is a good fit. The capacity has a capacity and could have the availability from a timing perspective, as well as it could be built out to meet the vision of the 5-year plan of under one roof, expanding capabilities of the organization. And the second piece is from an analysis perspective to compete more effectively with incentives by reducing overall operational costs, initial project costs. The ROI is accelerated when you factor in the incentives and allows for additional profitability overall compared to the other locations. From a workforce perspective, of course, we have unease in every community that we provide analysis in, but the ease of and belief of the ability to partner with the community from a labor cost as well as a labor supply perspective ranked fairly high in the analysis. And with that, I will conclude my objective remarks and see if John has anything to add from a subjective perspective on why Greenwood. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. I don't know about subjective. I mean, outside of the emotional, Greenwood is it's a great location, centrally located geographically between a lot of our major customers who are conveyor manufacturers, Crossroads of America. And it's what we believe is the best location to support our pros. Thank you so much. If you have any questions.
Where are you located now?
Greenwood.
Greenwood?
Wow.
There's South Commerce Parkway or something, or?
South Park.
Okay.
And having the facility here allows us to combine the office and the warehouse.
I saw the finance salary. Any openings in that picture?
I'm glad you said that. The answer is yes. We go,
Turn the mics off. I'm not so sure we're supposed to do that. All right, so essentially, if I'm reading this right, $50,000 if you spend, is it 5.15 million and have 17 people making over 100,000, something like that. And then a year later, if you had 3 more people making 100,000, that's the second thing. So,
Seems very modest.
as Sam mentioned, it is modest. You guys want to raise it, I'd be okay with that.
yeah, we don't really negotiate up here. We leave that to them. Yeah. Any questions from anybody?
Mr. Chairman, I'll move that we approve the project consent agreement with Master Schools as presented.
Motion by Mr. Hoover, is there a second? Second that. Second by Mr. Hoover. Thank you, sir. Any questions, comments, concern, commission members? Seeing and hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Campbell,
Aye.
Mr. Harris,
Aye.
Mr. Hopper,
Aye.
Mr. Hoover,
Aye.
Mr. Moan.
Project consent agreement is approved 5-0.
Seems like a great model. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
God bless you.
Good luck.
Glad to have you.
Still, glad to retain you.
Yes.
I guess, what we should say. Capital project report, consideration of agreement extension with CRC Consulting LLC.
Kevin's not available. I'll be presenting his report. The only thing Kevin has is a extension of the CRC consulting agreement. This is our agreement with Chuck Sagan, who is tremendously helped the city over his tenure here, saved us millions of dollars, and was able to produce buildings like this. It's under the same terms and conditions.
Any questions for that? For
Just
Sam,
extending
sorry.
the term.
Yeah, this extends the term, yes.
Sorry, Sam. So motion approved.
Make the motion.
Mr. Moon, second.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris,
Aye.
Mr. Hopper,
Aye.
Mr. Hoover,
Aye.
Mr. Moan,
Aye.
Mr. Campbell,
You're muted, Mr. Campbell.
Aye.
thank you.
Thank you.
CRC Consulting LLC is extended for 2 years. 5-0. Financial report. One last question. All right. Any questions for Adam? Corporation Counsel, Mr. Hudson.
Happy to report.
Sir. Our Finland for Mr. Watson.
No report.
Mr. Wright. Where'd he go? I'm assuming it's nothing. Mr. St. John, you're up, sir.
Good evening, Mark St. John, City Engineer for the City of Greenwood. I have for you tonight a request to approve an invoice for Michiana Contracting. This Michiana Contracting was a contractor on our school zone safety project. The project wound up with one extra RRFB unit. We were going to put some in at Our Lady of Greenwood along Meridian Street. Then we pulled that project location because of the 523 Madison project. They had the extra unit. We thought it might be a device. We have one in stock for the next time somebody gets hit. The street department has one they can take us. So I've asked if you would approve this
invoice for $2,892.29.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Hoover, second by Mr. Moe. Any questions, comments? Do these get hit a lot? I mean, I realize anywhere near a roundabout, that sign's as good as gone in a week or two, but.
They seem to draw people to them as soon as they put them in.
Okay.
Can I have an inventory?
Yeah.
That's a smart thing to do.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Hopper.
Aye.
Mr. Hoover.
Aye.
Mr. Moan.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Aye.
Mr. Harris.
Aye.
Motion is approved 5-0. Yeah, so I drove through the Yorktown, Smith Valley, around about 100 million times a day, and the sign on the, I guess, the west side, heading westbound, was just flat. Like, I don't even understand how you do that. You'd have to come around, you'd somehow come around the, I don't know.
That's how that body got.
Oh, that guy just goes straight. Yeah, that poor guy. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Mayor, who's down here, anything from the mayor's office, Sam?
Nothing from the mayor's office, thank you.
Behind my paperwork here. Is there a motion to approve our claims docket in the amount of $2,206,183.62?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Hoover.
Aye.
Mr. Moan.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Aye.
Mr. Harris.
Aye.
Mr. Hopper.
Aye. Claims docket is approved 5-0. Did everybody have a chance to look at our meeting dates for next year? And does anybody have an issue with that?
So you have coordinated school break.
The October, yes, and I confirmed that your meetings do not affect the primary nor general election. Those will happen the week before. So really it's just the October meeting bumping in a week. So we don't run into the same issue.
Cool. All right, so you gotta be here.
I figured
That
that
is my preferred.
so Mr. Hopper could go sit on the beach.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah. Well, I didn't have to ask.
You didn't have to say kids. You can join there.
All right, is there a motion to approve our meeting dates for 2023? Second by Mr.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Moan.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Aye.
Mr. Harris.
Aye.
Mr. Hopper.
Aye.
Mr. Hoover.
All right. Meeting dates for 2023 are approved by 5-0 vote. Anything else from the audience or anybody on the interwebs? Hearing nothing, we will adjourn.